We are live. All right.
What's up?
Okay. Today is February 2nd, 2024. And a lot has happened, of course, since we've last talked. So as I was getting ready to do this video, it occurred to me to ask these questions. I want to make sure we're going here. I'm not seeing it. It says we're, yep, here it comes. Okay. So here's the question I wanted to ask is, you go to other planets and you inhabit other bodies. And so you got humanoid bodies as well as others that we don't 100% know about. And you have families there and all that. And you said that some planets are open and receptive and actively using your coins to heal their population. So they're aware of you is, I guess, what I'm asking. They're aware of who you are?
Yeah, the answer is yes. And majority of the planets, I have my Sananda look.
Okay.
So, and that means that we always go in secretly under different appearances. And then we do what we got to do, and then we liberate, and then we transform into ourselves.
Okay.
Which is literally what's happening here on the planet. So the image that I have out there, which is the Sananda look, is going to be here, just like out there.
Okay. So the planets and the guys that are already using your coin to do healing, they've already seen you, blah, blah, blah. They've already been liberated. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. You're talking about an entire universe where there are multiple beings. Okay. And like I've said before, we are in this galaxy, the Earth galaxy, if you would. This galaxy is surrounded by all the light forces, and we have perimeters up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're here. We're cleaning all this stuff up. And then after it's all cleaned, after everybody realizes the truth, after everybody realizes they've been lied to, and after we eliminate majority of the dark ones, because there's a lot of them that don't get eliminated because they didn't do too much harm, if you would. So they have a chance to turn to daddy. The leaders, the handlers, those guys are toast, no matter what. So that's what's happening.
Are there planets that are worse off than us as far as the dark forces?
Not anymore. This was a reptilian stronghold.
Okay.
So with that being said, this is the last one. That's why it's the last cycle.
Okay. Did these other places, like we have the Jesus story, okay? Do these other places, or did they have those kind of stories? And then you had to say, oh, like their version of Jesus, and then you became Sananda Galactic there?
Yes. Even in different cultures throughout the centuries had a different name for Daddy and I. And this is why, if you do some research, you'll see that certain groups had a Kalki avatar, Shiva, Buddha, blah, 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 blah. And that's why people say that it's the same figure, but different stories and different timelines, which was true in a sense. However, it was also it was also meant to confuse and throw people off the truthful path, if you would.
Really?
So it happened all over the universe until we come along and we teach people what we teach people, and we take over. And we take over in a way where the people are excited about the takeover and the changes, and the dark ones, fade away, and they're never to return.
Okay.
So we've been doing this for thousands and billions of years. This is not just an earthly thing. People have to understand that our consciousness, our souls, our entities, our bodies, not our bodies, but our true essence are billions of years old, and this ain't the first or last rodeo. Actually, this is the last rodeo of this stop. Majority of them will just be cleaning up and helping the people across the board.
Okay.
Because there's all the civilizations that broke off from Earth and went to different parts of the galaxy, different planets. And this is why we have the slave trading stuff going on with the human bodies. So they literally think of us as cattle. So all we got to do is clean up over there so they stop eating us. But this planet is the harvesting planet for them.
Right.
You got it?
Yeah. Yeah. So take away the demand and then we don't have to provide the supply.
Boom.
While you're nabbing the bad guys here. So
exactly. And this even their spiritual dimensional attacks is allowing us to weed them out. You know how I say we're the targets. I'm the target. B's the target. So when they reveal themselves, and they do, then we are allowed to do my part.
right.
So this is another reason why all of you guys that are working and doing the teachings that I taught you guys are under heavy attack as well, because you guys are finding out the truth and you are using the method to heal people. That's the last thing they want, because what happens if you got a planet full of healed and awakened people? The harvesting stops. Understood?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's real. It's real. It's happening.
Yeah. It only took us 20 or 30 videos to get to this point, but it's so crystal clear now, you know? So,
Well, there was a purpose for that too, because as we're doing these videos, more things happen.
right, right,
So that's the purpose of it all.
right.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, in addition, when you're in these other bodies out there on these other planets doing whatever, that's how you can have families there. That's how you can have children there. That because you're occupying different forms on different planets. It doesn't like it's hard for us to conceptualize that, I think.
It's majority the same form, the same person. It's me, right? And time isn't the same in other places.
Right.
So I can go into a portal on planet B or planet A and come down here for 10 years, and it only took me 10 seconds to come back home. Mm-hmm. This is why they always say that dad's timing or dad's time is not the same as the Earth's or the people.
Right.
And this is also why the secret space program does the 20 and back crap. Because we can do that shit too. Right. I mean, we've been doing it. I make the secret space program look like a walk in the park. I run circles around these guys, okay? And they know it. They know it. Do you think I'm worried about some fucking troll on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok saying all this bullshit? No.
No.
Not at all. You don't know what I know. You don't know what you don't know. And you can't do what I can do. And you don't know how to remote view. And if you did, you would stay quiet, because then you would remote view how real we are.
Right. And they would also see what's happened with the other guys from the other planets, the other bad guys, and they'd say, ooh, it is real.
That's exactly why they are all watching the good guys. Because they know that if they need anything, it's a simple command. And they get it, right? This is also how they are able to clean up and do what they do, because they are getting direct communications from Dad and I. And we're also lighting things up for them and making it easier. So at some point in time, they're going to have to admit the truth about it all. So I'm not worried about none of that. So it's very, very exciting. Very exciting.
So exciting. All right. Well, that was just what occurred to me a minute ago. So I thought, well, I must ask that first. Mm-hmm. So I think it was last video, you said that Pitholem was kept in Area 51 by energetic straps. And I wanted to ask, does that mean the physical form of Pitholem, or did they know that there was a consciousness in there?
Um, they knew that she was an energetic body, if you would. They just weren't able to communicate to them, with them or with her, right? Only because the frequencies that they were broadcasting themselves didn't allow it, which is why David himself was allowed to,
Right, right,
because she sensed that David wasn't a threat and wasn't like them,
right,
right? Not to mention she's the one that brought him there.
right,
And
right.
right now she is so excited because she's got people to talk to now.
Yeah,
Like I told you guys in the previous videos. And people are reporting already. This is very real. We are moving into a telepathic reality where we can communicate with ourselves and with off-worlders. People are already doing it. But Pitholem is um, even though she's still, strapped up, if you would. She has her family with her now. She has communications with us, and we're teaching her and showing her things that she hasn't seen in a long time, even though she was 15 billion years old, or 13 plus, whatever.
well,
Good.
I'm getting that she's way, 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 way older than that.
She's about 13, 14, 15, about 15 or so.
Oh, okay.
But she knows she knows. I mean, that's a long time
Oh, no question. Yeah,
compared to the human bodies here on Earth.
yeah,
That's
no
a
question.
way long time.
Yeah,
And she also realized that I'm way older too, like way older.
yeah,
So she knows this too. This is a tool. She's Dad is allowing her to be used as a tool to help everybody get to where we're going. And if she wasn't meant, her ship, if the ship she was in wasn't meant to be shot down, it would have never happened.
okay.
So you see, all of this stuff is happening because Dad designed it all.
It's all coming together at this point in time, which is so beautiful. And
That's
I'm
it.
sure that was part of the plan, and we, of course, like, we didn't even know it, right? Or
That's
I
it.
didn't know.
Dad knew it. I knew that we were moving into telepathic stuff because he would send me, he would make me watch videos like Daddy Doolittle. Remember, I had everybody watch that, the new one. So I knew a lot of this stuff was going to happen. However, we all know Dad don't tell me everything because I got a big fucking mouth. Excuse my French. I'll tell everybody everything. I do not care. You cannot do nothing against me. You can try, and you only get so far. And then I got to do my part, which I love to do, by the way.
So she's really a big game changer, helping us communicate and tune in and have more confidence. And many of the Jedis are reporting they feel a sense of peace and calm in their home when
Yeah.
they have the device now, but they're getting messages and information. So that's just probably the tip of the iceberg, right?
Just like I said. And, as she, as we, as she gets spreaded throughout the world, right? The more and more she gets spreaded, the more and more people she comes in contact with, the more and more people use their creativity, because she'll do things in a way where I'm going to help you do this. Here's the plans to build this. You want a crystalline palace? Here's the perfect plans to do it. And then since she's hooked up with Dad, right? She's a go-between. Dad is the ultimate, but she's used as a tool, just like me, just like my products. And this is how we're doing this. This is real. This is not a game. This is real shit. Okay. I don't know how many times I got to say that.
Only a jillion more.
I love it. I love it though. I'm excited. I'm very excited. And he's allowing me to show more stuff too. Go ahead.
Well, right before we went on, you showed a little snippet of a video of the historical bonds, like this box with all this stuff in it, and then there's some bonds.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you could talk about that, but my curiosity, well, I want to know what's in it, but where did you get it? Like, I know you have a lot of interesting things, so
Well, let's just say I healed the right people in ways that they call miracles.
hmm,
Okay. And because of me doing shit like this, like the stuff I love to do, people all around the world are taking notice. And they're giving me things and offering me things, and daddy is telling me what to get and what not to get.
right, right.
Okay. So that's pretty much how I got it all. And there's caves of this shit. And they know who I am because they also, the guys holding this stuff in all of these caves, they know who the boss is.
Yeah.
And this is literally our historical assets is literally what's backing the United States Treasury note. Also D blue, which is my currency. You understand? Nobody knew exactly how it was going to get played out, but I was telling y'all, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, and now you're seeing it live. Okay, live. We got thousands and thousands and thousands of assets, and we are in control of them. Daddy is in control of them. I'm in control of them. Do you understand? And if anybody wants to act the fool, you know what I love to do. Zap, zap, zap. Look, I brought this out just so you guys can see. These are the documents. These are yellow dragon boxes. These boxes are going right now on the market for $10 billion. Okay, and we got hundreds of them. And we got the paperwork to prove they're authentic. Okay?
Wow.
So the wealth transfer is guaranteed, like I said, and the full disclosure, the honorable disclosure is guaranteed, like I've been saying. And anybody that wants to go against daddy, you're more than welcome to.
Wow, that's crazy. So did you have that sweatshirt made up especially to show us all this?
Well, that said, I need to make a sweatshirt with abundance. I don't know why he makes me do some of the shit he makes me do.
Oh my God. So fun.
But as you can see, when I follow his directions, cool shit like this happens, right?
Yeah.
So fun, so fun. I love daddy. I would do anything for daddy's people. And that's just the way that it's going down. And anybody want to interfere, you got choices too. I don't have to say no more because they know the everyday folks living in poverty don't know what's getting ready to happen for them. A lot of them lost a lot of hope.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing that they lost a lot of hope in the system, in the governments that we thought were taking care of us, right? And it's sad that all of this stuff happens. However, it's also great because dad is working on their behalf without them realizing it. And people like me and my crew, we are constantly broadcasting love and light energies and comforting these people in ways that daddy wants us to do it, right? Because everything is energy, vibration, sound, no matter how you look at it. So if I send a frequency, boom, love and light, calmness, um, uh, um, realization of the coming changes and stuff like that, that alone helps comfort people and gives them that, the word that I don't like to use, hope, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So until we can do the physical wealth transfer, I do that. And that's important. That's important to me and to the people around me, the people that work for me, with me, for me, and with me, because we understand and we know that Dad is working. We know that we are working. We're doing everything we can.
Right.
And everybody sees the type of shit I got to go through just to do a simple post. So when I take over all the platforms, then we're really going to have some fun.
Looking forward to that for sure. Looking forward to that for sure. Yeah, yeah. What is the status of the RV at this point?
The status is they all about to get it evaporated, and we're going to do our own transfer. That's the status. You don't want to pay us? Fine. We're going to post everything, and we're going to get people to buy from us directly. Oops. Did I just say that shit out loud?
Yeah, I mean, it's been ongoing years and years and years, like of this creative kicking the can down the road. It just is, it does get frustrating. And I've heard people that say they've actually shredded their currency. And I'm like, couldn't you just have hold it? It's a piece of paper. Couldn't you have held it for a little longer? But they're frustrated, you know?
Well, that only tells me that the dark spirits got to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's literally all that tells me. You shredded your currency, you lost hope, like I was saying.
Yeah.
And now you don't have a currency or any type of historical or natural resource backed asset because some dark spirit told you to shred it, and you did.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you know, I've argued with people about it, but you know, they've already done it or whatever. They're set in their ways. But it is interesting to see how it's kind of unfolding. You know, we've been watching this, and there's always a crisis that has to be handled first. You know what I mean? And you said the last crisis is the Texas border.
Well, I didn't say that's the last crisis. I say that's what their excuse is.
Yes. Yeah.
So their excuse is the border.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I've been listening to these intel calls for for years now. That's one of the same fucking excuses they use all the time. every like third year or so. Come on, man. We tired of y'all shit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of y'all shit. Yeah. Which is why, you know, and then I'm wrong when I ask Dad, can I eliminate you today? Right? But that's one of their excuses right now, the border.
That switching back to our first topic, which was these other planets that are free already, do they know about us?
Absolutely. They're all watching, like I said. They're literally watching us like a telenovela. We love that guy right there. This guy's a trip. Y'all see this? Smarty's on. Smarty's live.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It's a true story. It's a true story.
We're in season what, 7 now?
Right. 7 billion.
Oh my God.
But it's true. They're literally watching us on a big screen, just like we watch the games. Wow. I don't watch the games, but just like we watch movies, that's literally how they're watching us.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you an example of what is happening to them as well. You see how the planet's energy on the Schumann resonance is increasing, right? And then we're going to transform because we're going to become new energetic beings. They're called crystalline bodies, right? So a lot of these entities, ETs, humans from all the different places, all the different planets all around the galaxy are here because they know that when this planet, this galaxy, boom, changes, they get to change with us. That was why Dad showed the reptilians what they can be if he restores them. So you see that like there's more and more information coming out. There's more and more consciousness coming out and increasing So just like I've been saying, and this is what's happening. I'm getting fucking chills right now.
It's crucial. And you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I'll say, talk for myself. I had no idea it was the scope, and I know it's complex. Even just Earth is in mind-blowingly complex. But when you add in all these other planets and all these other races and stuff, whoo.
Not only that, there's there's no being in the universe that can do what I can do anywhere, and that's why I'm the king of it all. People don't understand what that truly means just yet, but they're about to find out. Why do you think I'm involved with the healing? I'm involved with the military, the armies, right? The armies. I'm involved with the wealth transfer, and I'm involved with the truth mainly. Not only that, the food, the water, everything. I'm involved in all of it. Why? Because dad created it and I'm the janitor. I'm the janitor. I'm the assassin. I'm this, I'm that. I'm everything. The alpha and the omega. Now you understand what that even means, right? Everybody's starting to get it. Okay. The one of the problems is that they twisted my name. Now, when I come forward, I'm a blasphemous for even saying that I am. So now we're just gonna show y'all.
Well, I think that's where I was thinking earlier today was when you say Jesus, it freaks people out. And then they automatically go to no, right? They won't even entertain the concept. So I was just wondering about these other planets, if they had a similar story of, or did they just call you Sananda? And
No, they did, and I've already answered that. Yes,
yeah, I know. Okay. So
it
that's
just wasn't Jesus. It was
whatever.
Cucamonga or Big Kahuna or some shit. I don't fucking.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Wow. Very interesting.
And Sue, that when I say certain things, Dad always backs me up. He always validates it. And majority of these sessions, the reason why I even have to listen to these sessions again is because Dad tells me things, or he tells y'all things through me without me realizing it until later on. And it's like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
So that's why I re-listen to them.
me too.
I mean, I get it. I get it as I'm speaking, and I'm like, Dad, why didn't you tell me that shit? But however, the main thing is that Dad always validates it all. And if you can't see it, those of you that have been following it, if you can't see it, something wrong with y'all, for real, for real. Go back into your little box until I get to you.
Well, I think there's a lot of people that are listening to you. And of course, you have some that are believers that, they believe what you're saying. Some are hoping that
It's true.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of hope out there. And
It's
then
cool.
some are just like, you know. All right. So there are some questions today in the group. So the first question is, have the tunnels been cleaned out yet? On Earth, of course, we're talking about.
The answer to that is yes. We they have been completed. Um, However, we are also dealing with entities that have the abilities to reproduce a tunnel just as fast as we eliminate it.
Right.
That being said, that is being taken care of also. Now, I want to remind everybody the reason why you are seeing these type of drops and disclosures is because we've already taken care of it, and now it has to be surfaced. It has to be brought to the light so that people can see what we've been dealing with, what we've been cleaning up. Also, it's already done. The planet has already been liberated. All of this shit is already done, cleaned up. Everybody living in peace, harmony with Earth, celebrating, relaxing, enjoying life. Thousands of kids everywhere driving me nuts. All types of shit like that is already happening. And this is the part of walking into our new reality that I tell you all. Okay?
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, that's that Google stuff again. Let's see. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I thought it was something with Pitholem or something, but it was some Google stuff.
Interesting. Wow. Hey, that's the Smarty seal of approval when you have food or whatever, right?
Oh, talking about seal of approval.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all seen this?
Yeah. Olive oil.
The seal right there.
Yeah. Oh, now I
So,
see it.
so, so we're going to have all this stuff too, the olive oil, the seal of approval, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're working with this company here, but we also, however, I gotta stop saying "but" before Daddy keeps hitting me. However, we are going to take this company and we're going to buy it up, and we're going to produce or keep producing olive oil from there. So expect to see olive oil on the websites.
Cool.
It's real good. I've tried them all. I did some garlic bread yesterday, and I'm
Yeah.
loving it.
Yeah.
And of course, you already know those what my stickers can do. So we're keeping it pure and healthy and super, super, super healthy. Pure, enhanced, and healthy.
So whenever you have a product, you'll just have your seal of approval sticker printed on the label or the can or whatever.
Right. That's what we're gonna do. But there's a process.
Yeah.
So I got this oil, I'm testing it, and I like it. So we're gonna go ahead and go with it. And eventually we'll change the labels out and have, our own labels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's the start of something great. We're gonna have pure olive oil.
Yeah. A lot of the olive oil companies dilute theirs with a cheaper oil, if you will. So they don't disclose that, of course, So we want pure olive oil.
Well, not to mention, all the stuff that it took to even get this shit, right? Because you know what we have to deal with.
Yeah.
And just because the purity of it is why it took us almost 4 months just to get some.
Wow.
And that's including the FDA BS.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, all of those type of companies that want to ensure their products or take in products and do the hocus pocus crap to them and inject it with all types of fucking GMO stuff, all those companies are going away. Remember where you heard it first.
Right. I'm so excited about that. So excited, All right, next question is, I'm assuming this is after we go through the chambers, so we've talked a little bit about relationship, and you've basically said if you're married already or with someone, you'll probably be with them afterwards. They're your source chosen person. And for
Right.
single ones, they'll eventually find their source chosen person. So I guess this question that I'm getting here is, assuming that we're on different planets as well. So that's the first part of the question. Are we, the human Jedi, also on other planets living lives?
Majority of the Jedis are, which is why you are Jedis now. And there's a lot of us. So yes. A couple years ago, we used to be called Indigo and Indigo children and crystal children and blah blah blah, or star seeds and all this crap. However, most of us are here on missions. Not everybody. So when you're trying to talk to somebody and convince them of something, before you continue, you have to understand that they weren't a part of your mission. So move on. Okay?
Boom.
Boom.
Okay. So the
Now,
question is,
hold on.
Right.
One more thing. As far as the mating or the couple stuff, when you go into a chamber, before you go into the chamber and you guys are couples, when you go into the chamber, when you come back out, you might have different missions. And if that's the case, you already have another partner to partner up with. And you'll have the full understanding that, okay, we were here together, now we have to do this. And there won't be a problem because now you're aware more and you have full understanding, full consciousness of the mission, and you go forward.
Okay. So I guess what I would say then, it would behoove the human population, if they're married, to go in as a couple so that there's complete understanding on the other side of what has to be done, and there's not a lot of relationship issues.
You can say it that way, but I mean we'll see what happens.
Okay. So here's the question. So the person you are married to here on Earth, are you married to them or whatever on another planet?
That's very much possible, and marriage is only an earthly thing.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't do marriage out there. We're source connected. So if daddy wants to put certain beings together to create a offspring, that's it. None of this marriage and combining and intertwining and license and promises to do this and to that ain't what.
Got it. Okay. Interesting. Wow.
There's a lot of earth shit that's going to be interesting when it fades away. Yes, very interesting.
Okay. All right. Another question is about the sun. All right. So we have two suns here in our district, and they're simulated crystals. Question, was there ever a real sun? Like a non-simulated crystal? I don't know what we would call that, a
The answer is yes, but we don't call it a sun because it's a planet with fire beings on it.
fire beings. You had said that before.
Yeah, and it's not in this district. Okay, so what you're seeing underneath the glass dome, energetic dome, firmament, blah, 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 is a simulated crystal that's in the dome. And what you think is the sun, it's actually outside of the dome in space, and it's a fiery planet with fire beings on it. And until you understand your capabilities as a everlasting crystalline being, you won't be able to go to that planet because your ass will fry.
Wow.
So
Okay.
funny.
So outside the dome, there is we'll call it a real sun. It's a planet with fire beings on it. Don't
I
go.
wouldn't call it a real sun because it's not called a sun. So
Okay.
I would just call it a fiery planet that they say is a sun.
So that's what we modeled. Whoever created the simulated crystals modeled it after, probably.
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't say that either because Dad created the simulated crystal, and man calls it a sun because man don't know what the fuck man is talking about.
All right. So Daddy created the simulated crystals. That was my next question.
Daddy created everything. And this is why the simulated crystal broadcasts light, love, healing, vitamin D, whatever you want to call it. Life, mainly life.
Right.
So it gives us life. It grows our food. It grows everything. Dad made all this. And of course, man, altered it all, just like they altered the court systems, just like they altered, the fact that we have 100 years of technological booms and we still got trucks with gas and tires on them. So this is all man-made hocus pocus that is fading away, and it's fading away quickly. There are groups that will say different and say things like, "Oh, we got 100 more years to go." No, I don't. No. Dad wants them that are posting that shit to even believe it too, because when Smarty drops it like it's hot, and I am, everybody's gonna realize Smarty's the real deal because I am.
Yeah. Wow. So the International Space Station is inside the dome as well. It's not out in space, obviously. Okay.
That's right.
Right. Cool. All right. A lot of chamber questions. All right. So how long will it take for all the humans on Earth to be healed? And of course, then we have to define only those that choose to. Like, will it be like a year, 5 years, 20 years? Like,
I would say a year and a half or so. Only because we have 1,000 chambers and we're going to do events all around the world. So as fast as you can get to one of our events, the faster we can heal you and the rest of the people. And I'm literally going to be going all around the world doing it.
okay.
Okay. So depending on how fast I can travel and I can do these things is how long it's going to take. But I don't see it passing. I don't see it passing 2 years once it starts.
Wow, that's awesome.
It is awesome. Think about it. Think about this. When we release the first chamber and people start talking about it, everybody else is going to want to come to every event we do. Every event. And when we do like tours, right? We do tours. We're going to do a tour. We're going to be here. We're going to be there. We're going to be here. We're going to be there. If we charge for these tours, like they do in events, pop star events, they'll be sold out everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So imagine doing it for free. Everybody in that country will be there. So no, it's not going to take that long. Now, mind you, I was just saying that if it was only me. You got that? You got me now?
Well, that's what I was saying. You bring in a team of however many people with however many Jedis, and you have lines and you just burn, of course it's not quite as factory like as that, but you just bring the people through, like in giant stadiums or whatever, where there's facilities and
right. So it takes 3 minutes for one person. That's the last time I checked. However, because they keep stalling things, it might be 1 minute. It might be instantly, right? And remember, I've also always told you guys, all of y'all, that I will be inviting some of y'all to get trained on the chambers, right? So it's not just going to be me. And we're only going to need maybe 10 in the entire US. Or maybe 20 just to quick things up. And there's 1,000 of them. So we got the rest of the world where we can put 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, or 20, 20, 20, wherever daddy decides to put it. And we're changing people's lives overnight. However, not everybody's going to believe us right away. So that's also a factor. That's also may slow things down. So the faster we can do what we're doing and show the people that this is real, the faster we'll heal the people. And plus there'll be other equipment like medical beds and all these other things, right? And it's going to heal people, but it's not going to give them that everlasting, permanently fixed solution.
Right.
Like the chambers will, because the chambers literally turn you into a whole new being, a whole new crystalline entity.
Right. So when we're done with this, say 2 years, we'll call it the first pass, which we've hit every country, everyone we could gather. There's going to be some stragglers that are like, hey, I changed my mind. I want to do it. The chambers will still remain here on Earth for us to get to them in some way.
Yep, the chambers are permanent.
Boom.
This is something the dark forces do not want.
Right.
You're literally changing people from caterpillars to butterflies. And how long does it take a caterpillar to turn into a butterfly? Metamorphosis. Right?
1 minute to 3 minutes.
Ooh.
Boom. All right. So when the Jedis go through the chamber, will their families, let's say we go through and our families like in a little grouping back there, will they know it's us? Like, will we all have our same voice, or we're gonna look totally different? They won't know it's us.
They won't know it's us until we open our mouths.
Ooh.
Because that's why Dad's doing it this way, so that people can realize that it's us.
Right,
Nobody has the same voice.
right.
Just like nobody has the same fingerprint, at least here on Earth anyway.
Ooh. My mind is brewing. All right, so basically, our families won't know us until our voice, and then maybe we'll have to describe some events to prove it to them or whatever. But you've mentioned that some of our deceased family members and friends may be coming back. Like, how long will it be before that process starts? Will it be like right from the get-go when we get the chambers? Okay.
Yeah, it will be from the get-go for some.
Right.
Like my mom and a couple of others will be the first ones back. However, we don't know exactly when that will be, but once it begins, everybody's gonna know too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm exposing everything. Why wouldn't I post that shit, right?
Of course. Well, that's a big deal. And so, of course, a lot of us have lost people, and if people are concerned, they want to bring their loved ones back. And what I'm saying is it's not a slam dunk for every one of them, because they might be busy doing whatever, wherever they are. And that I just wanted to
That's right.
clarify that. All right.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So when you get the chambers soon, shortly, we'll say, and you invite specific Jedis to Destin, is it going to be only the ones that get chambers, or is it going to be just a bunch of Jedis?
I mean, we're gonna have. It's gonna be a bunch of. It's gonna be everybody that Daddy chooses. So,
Okay. Yeah.
we're gonna have events, and we're gonna have the chambers at the events. So, everybody just has to hang in there and continue to do Daddy's work and have faith that all these things are going to happen. So, just hold the line and just chill out, because we ain't going nowhere. We're gonna be here for a very long time cleaning stuff up, and we're gonna be celebrating, and you guys have front row seats.
Yeah. So are there other healing tools besides the chambers that we'll be getting them as well?
Yes, we got other wands that are more advanced.
Okay.
That will be coming off the ships as well. Yes.
Okay.
And just so you know, the chambers are already here. They're already here. So, and that being said, I have already received the chambers. Yes.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Look, the audio got messed up.
Well, I know it was
No, not the chambers. No, let's shut this shit down. Shut it down. He did what? He got the what? No, shut this shit down. delete. No, we gotta stop him. Stop him. Man, we can't stop this guy. What the fuck?
So we're just waiting for approval.
That's right.
To use them. Okay. Oh my God, that's okay. Try not
So
to.
I'm gonna tell you this, and if it gets messed up, then nobody was supposed to know, right? Once we have the event in the location, we're going to have pamphlets, and the pamphlets are going to direct people to the chamber. No, stop this shit. Hey. Block this shit. Hurry up. He's going to hit everybody.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, that's pretty exciting. All right. So it's like really close, really close.
It's here. Yes, it is.
Okay. All right, I don't even know what to ask now. Dang. All right. So we're gonna switch topics over to Jedi training. I know.
Oh shit.
Wow. I mean,
Make sure y'all go get the book. This shit is crazy. It reveals some of the shit we already know.
wow. And I see they took down his website and his TikTok the other day, and you were helping him get it back situated. He
Yeah,
loved it anyway.
yeah, it's all good. I mean, you know, there's always going to be some type of conflict in it all, but everybody has to understand that we have to help each other because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
So whether you are in disagreement with somebody or not, you still are obligated to do the right thing despite what's happening. And if there has to deal if there's money involved in it, that's not cool at all. Like I do things from the bottom of my heart because I want to see changes. And I understand that if they can do anything to get under our skins or make us do this or make us do that and throw us off our path, they will. So you have to help people because it's the right thing to do, not because of what you think is right, because what daddy thinks is right.
Right.
And that's literally what I told some of the individuals involved. Listen, dad wants us to help him. That's it. I don't want to hear shit. Okay, so I help them. I help you. I help them. I help you. I help you.
Yeah.
Remember on Facebook Live when I used to say, I help people I don't even want to fucking help.
Well, I've done that too. I've done healing for people, and I'm like rolling my eyes, like, dang it. But it's the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do, and it also opens up other doors that are opened up by dad. So do the right thing.
Yeah.
All right, but everything's okay with him. He gonna be all right. You know, as daddy wants me to help him, I will. And you know, all the stuff that they took from him, he's gonna. It's matter of fact, dad told me yesterday he's literally Job right now. They took everything from him, right? Job.
Yeah.
And what did daddy do at the end?
He rewarded him.
He gave it all
Gave him
back and
everything.
then some.
Yeah.
I got the chills for that one too.
Yeah. Wow.
So, but however, he's not the only Job because I'm Job, you're Job. Everybody on the planet that is doing daddy's work is literally Job. They're taking everything from us and then trying to do all this shit against us. And we're here crying and bitching and complaining, and dad's laughing at us because dad knows what's going to happen. So that's why I constantly broadcast love and light and clarity and comfort to everybody energetically. And I also absorb all the BS and send it to dad because I can do that. I understand. I understand people's pain. I've been there. I've had to experience it myself. Right? Right? Everybody knows. Y'all seen me in the basement. Y'all seen the flies coming out of portals and all this crazy shit. This is real. So again, dad is getting ready to restore us in ways that we have no clue. That's why I say we're gonna get you gonna get everything you want and the shit you don't know you want.
I want that stuff I don't even think about, It's so exciting.
Exactly. It is exciting, man. It's super exciting. I love every minute of it. And it's not easy. We all see it. We all know it. But we getting it done. It's done. It is done. All right, let's go to the next question
I'm
before I
very
keep.
grateful for you putting like the posts out and for doing the videos because like when I feel like insecure or like, oh, it's not happening. Like, I don't know why I need constant reminding. I have to listen to a video or you'll put something out and I'm like, thank you. It just
Yeah.
makes me feel reassured. And I'm a believer, but I dip down a lot, and I hate to say it, but it's true. And then
Yeah.
it's and then I get bucked up by listening to your voice, really, and you laugh.
Yeah. You know, I gotta admit it too. I'm the same way. Not to that. I'm not bad like that bad with it. I'll be like, come on, daddy, man, this shit takes too long. And then I get punished and shit. So so I gotta, I gotta fall back and then I just gotta allow the process.
Yeah.
That's why me and the couch right now is best friends. I want to be in the ocean. I want to go with the dolphins. I want to do all this other shit. Come on, man. Y'all messing me up, man. I'm trying to go have some fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Jedi training. So you talked about these little tablets where we put our hands on them and we are downloaded with info. Is everyone going to have those?
At some point, yes,
All right.
but it's mainly for the ones doing the work.
Okay.
For instance, not everybody's in the military,
Right.
right?
All right. Got it. Only those that need to know will get
Yeah,
them.
that's right. And then what happens after the military use their stuff? Then it starts to go into the
They're going
population.
down. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's what's happening.
All right. So for Jedis that don't get those pads, like, will there be training? Will there be mentors,
Yes.
classroom? Like, is it done off planet? Is it like,
No, it's all happening here. It's all happening here.
All right.
It's just like when I dropped the first medical wands. Only we that follow me knew about it. The rest of the world don't even know that there's a medical wand that does
yeah,
miraculous shit. Okay,
yeah.
and they're finding out slowly but surely, but it's the same thing. Same thing.
All right. So basically, probably the Jedis have different skill sets and missions. Like, some are good at healing, some are good at blah, blah, blah. And so they'll go into different like classrooms, or they'll have different mentors that will provide that kind of information for them. And
Exactly.
it's and about, all right. How will they appear? It's going to be after the chambers, of course, but you'll let the appropriate people know that they've been, okay, you got to go into class for 2 weeks or whatever, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's gonna be, it's gonna be out there and open and transparent. I mean, like right now, the children in Gaza, um, most of them are still in training. Some of them have already came back. So it's a process, and it's um, everybody just has to realize it's happening. It's a process, but it's happening too.
Okay.
And all of the stuff that I talk about, you know, if you're not aware of what I've been doing for all these years, if you're just coming on, go back and do the research on me. Don't come in here saying, "Oh, this and oh that," like you know shit, because you don't know. We've done a lot of things for a lot of people, and I do the training freely. I don't charge nobody for it. So this is literally going to educate people slowly but surely into realizing that we are in the golden age and things are happening besides the MSN crap that you're seeing.
Right. Okay. So basically allow the process. If you're called in to do, like, if you're called to Destin, yay. If not, you'll have a turn for the chambers and whatever training you need when it's time, because we're
That's right.
all going to be doing different things in different locations, different teams of people. We don't know that. We don't know how it looks yet. Is that a good way to say it?
That's exactly how to say it.
Okay.
And just because you're not invited to use the chamber and take one with you doesn't mean you're not going to experience it. because you can come, experience the chamber, and then go do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And it may, you may just receive a medical wand and go do this and go do that, or you may receive some type of other equipment and, go do what you got to do. Or you just may stay in the area helping whatever's happening here, because we're going to have a lot of shit going on here. This is why Destin is the new capital of Earth. Just like I've been saying, I can't say nobody, but a lot of people didn't understand what that means. This is the new capital. This is where we have the first of everything here. And the people here got front row seats, and a lot of them are leaving too.
So the ones that either aren't of the light or the ones that don't have missions that are going to help in the future, they're leaving that area.
That's exactly the case, yes. And people are like begging to leave right now.
Really?
Yeah, they're even offering their houses for cheaper.
Oh,
I wonder why.
Interesting news. Okay. Cool.
I mean, Dad owns everything. He owns the entire everything. This earth, the planet, the ground, all of these houses, they're all his. So what he's doing is reestablishing the kingdom, if you would. Hold on, don't pause it or nothing. Let me see what's up, young man.
Daddy wants you to wrap up the sales of the toilet paper in Nigeria.
All right, done.
Also the canisters, the water canisters.
Yep, done.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, we're good. I'm on with Sue. Say hi.
Hey, Sue.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, also.
Looking forward to asking you lots of good questions.
All right, he said okay. Well, I'll call you back when we're done.
All right.
All right, love you, bro.
Love you, bro.
All right, bye-bye.
Did he talk about toilet paper?
Yeah, toilet paper and water canisters in Nigeria that had to get cleaned up.
Okay, because it's hard to hear, but I was like, toilet paper. Okay.
Well, you know how Dad just bullies us and tells us to do shit every day, all day.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
And I had to get it done, so I had to pick up.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's my life.
Okay. Well, I'm so happy right now. I don't know. It's just exciting.
It is.
So question, was the Philadelphia experiment real?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
That's why I brought it up the other day on how they fucking everything up.
Yeah. So they were was it cloaking and time travel? Was that what they were trying to do?
Teleportation and cloaking, and then they accidentally discovered time travel. Yes.
All right.
Because they were trying to cloak all their vehicles and stuff. I mean, they got it, but they hurt a lot of people doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the military wants to do things their way, kind of like the cabal. They want to do things their way. Instead of listening to the people that are connected to Dad and do things easier way, right? Like David Adair. They do things their way and they hurt a lot of people and they call it collateral damage. That's the word they use. So yeah, it was true. There's even pictures and videos of them literally dissecting entities. Mind you, they were loving entities that they shot down. And that Dad didn't like that either. However, it was a part of the plan.
I remember years ago, you showed me some pictures on your phone, remember? And you said, are these real or fake? Remember we did that?
Yep.
And they were real. Yeah.
Yeah, they were real, and you know, their dad was sad about it. You
Yeah.
know, you're dealing with an all-loving creator that created everything. So, you know, when any of his creations are violated, it saddens him, right? So
Right.
even when I do my part, it saddens him too. However, they've done a lot of dark things.
Yeah.
So even though my part is fun for me, it hurts dad.
Right. So we recently heard that the Balfour Agreement has, expired, that Israel no longer legally has the land that they're occupying. And I guess the responsibility goes to those that are handling England, let's say, or UK. Where are we with that process?
Israel is totally finished. Everybody's realizing that how satanic they really are. Um, all of their equipment and everything else is, or all of not equipment, but all of their treaties and all that were created by them. So they're meaningless, and they're involved in all of the different court systems and UN and all this other BS. So that's done too.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, you're going to see more and more evidence of it. And in fact, I just got a text message of a Zionist confessing about Palestine. So there's more and more things coming out about it, and you know they put themselves in such a hole that they can't get out of. Mind you, they created the Bibles that everybody reads. So in the Bible that they created, it says Israel will be attacked by everybody, and then everybody will come to Israel's aid. It's not happening. The ones that does come to Israel's aid are the dark ones within the governments. This is allowing me and my crew to eliminate them. Okay?
Right.
So
Right.
bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's shocking that they would resort. No, I don't know why I'm surprised, but they would go into a hospital and kill the patients. Like
I'm sure that little kid that was paralyzed was a Hamas Secret Service agent.
yeah,
I'm sure. Matter of fact, I know.
horrible. Yeah.
Oh,
So they're winding down, I guess is the way to say it. Like
well,
it's
Dad,
over.
yeah, remember, Dad said that they surrendered, which is why I posted it a couple months ago because
Yeah.
Dad said so. So what's going to happen? They're surrendering. They're retrieving. They've already started retrieving. They're doing this little stuff here and there, but they've already started retrieving. They're not showing you that. They're going to surrender. They're going to do it publicly, and they're going to be held accountable. Just like I've been saying. I don't know the time frame of it all. However, that's what Dad said. So I got my money on what Dad says.
Boom.
Period.
Okay. All right.
It's Dad's money anyway. We gotta stop him. We gotta stop him. Stop him. Stop him. Shut this shit down.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
So you had said a couple videos that the dark forces had put together the internet or helped. And I'm assuming, like I've been thinking about that for a couple of weeks, and I'm assuming they did that so that it was easier for their trafficking system. Like it's easier to get away with stuff that they can communicate a little faster and easier because they created like the back doors and the dark web, I guess you'd call it, Is
Yep.
that
Trafficking, communication, and payment.
Yeah.
Because they were paying each other on the back web too, the dark web or the dark internet.
Yeah.
And all the different hidden ledgers. So they created it. Plus, it it was a sort of a spying mechanism too. So every time you posted your photo and location on Facebook, they knew who you were, where you were at, and what you were doing.
Right.
And even when Facebook came out 2 or 3 years later after that, people started being arrested because they were posting certain things, and we knew where your location was at. So we're going to go get you, steal all your property, throw you in jail for a couple of years, and then reprogram you back into society, and you're going to do what we want you to do. This is another reason why they never liked it of street pharmaceuticals, right?
Right.
Because when we were in the street pharmacists, we didn't have to pay taxes. We didn't have to do what you wanted us to do. We didn't have to do none of the shit. We were literally our own bosses, if you would.
Right.
And we can't have that. We can't have that.
It's all about the money.
We need y'all to pay taxes. We need y'all to do this. We need y'all to do that.
Okay.
So they were win-winning at the same time. They were bringing it in, then locking people up for it. That shit is over. And I have front row seats to all that shit too. So I know exactly what they were doing and how they did it.
Yeah. So like I hadn't heard that before. Like, when the internet first came out, I was like, in my head, I was like, no one will ever shop over the internet. This is way back when, look at us now. No one actually gets out of their house to go to a store anymore or whatever. But it's really a great communication method. Do other planets have the internet as well, or their version of it?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Will we be able to connect with them in some?
We already are. What happens is you're bleeding into internet. So if you're seeing animals or entities or beings that you've never saw before, it's because what you're looking at isn't from here. Do you understand what I just said? Somebody's internet bled into ours, basically, is what happened.
Okay, so I have seen animals that we don't have here on Earth before.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? That it's from another planet or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of knew that, but I just assumed that my vision was expanding, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, expect more of that, because that's literally how we're going to communicate and continue to communicate with off-worlders. Their internet is going to be connected to our internet fully, and we'll be able to communicate with them and share photos and share locations and share all this other stuff. The World Wide Web is literally people all around the world with their devices. Same thing with off planets. The same thing with locations when you teleport or go through stargates and stuff like that. Same thing. It's already existed elsewhere. These guys didn't know it down here what they were doing. They thought they were doing it for themselves.
Okay.
Who the hell you think gave you the fucking idea, you idiot?
So it sounds like Destin will be definitely a huge an embassy. So all of these beings from other planets will be coming to visit, cross-pollinating information, vacationing, maybe.
Yep.
All
That's
that.
true.
Wow.
That's true. You'll see the big ships coming and going. You'll see portals. You'll see underground civilizations, and the water is going to be crystal clear. You're going to be able to see everything. It's going to be an interstellar embassy where different beings get to come and land. And there'll also be a private area for the dignitaries, or is that how you say it?
Dignitaries.
Yeah, so those individuals will be coming to meet me directly. They won't be landing at the embassy. I'll have a specific location for that too. Some of them will just appear in my office, if you would. Just like Star Trek, you know how they're sitting in the deck and somebody appears to them right there in front of the screen.
Yeah.
Just like that, stuff like that, but it will be like in a designated location for the dignitaries, right? And then all of the people coming to visit and to bring in supplies and cool products will be coming to the regular embassy, the Galactic Embassy. So it's literally going to be like that scene in Men in Black where they go into the elevator and they open up and there's all types of beings going into different portals. It's literally going to be like that, and the spacecrafts. You're going to see the spacecrafts coming in, landing, people getting off of it. You're going to be able to see all of this stuff, and you're going to be able to see it from the beautiful towers and buildings that we have too. So it's literally going to be like a super beautiful crystalline city, like nothing you've ever seen, unless you know how to remote view to other planets.
Wow. Wow.
And we have the technologies to do it already. Trust me.
So we're going to be more telepathic once we're through the chamber. We'll be able to talk with our pets or whatever, but these other beings from other planets or even like from other countries, we'll be able to talk to more fluently.
Yes.
All right. So let's say we're telepathic and we're walking down the street and we're like, ooh, look at that person. And we have a rude thought. Will they know that?
Some. Yep. Some. Me and B do it all the time.
Yeah.
we and we also know, like, for instance, we went to a restaurant the other day and we were being attacked, and it came from the table right across from us. And I looked at him, he looked at me, he said in blue, I said done. So we know and we see everything.
Oh, a bird just hit my window again.
They love you. They're trying to come in there.
Yes. Wow. But like I said to you before, when you're on the phone, like we'll be talking and it's like I see what you want without you even having to tell me. And it kind of fades a little after I hang up. Like I have the flavor of it, but not as many details, if that makes any sense.
That's literally, yes, that's literally how the telepathic communications work too.
Yeah.
So you'll think about me or I'll think about you, and telepathically and subliminally, we're already there. So all we got to do is just make the contact to make it final. The more and more we increase our abilities, it just stay there, and then we just don't have to pretty much talk anymore, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And everybody's like this already. They just don't know it. So we're bringing them up to that level of consciousness to realize all this shit is true. Whether you believe it or not, it's going to happen. And I don't give a shit. It's going to happen. You ever get that sense that, I mean, you, of course, you, because you're a mother, when your children is in trouble, you know they're in trouble. So you either make contact or they contact you, and you already knew. That's a form of telepathic. That's literally telepathic.
Yeah. It's just like when the war over in Palestine really broke out, like everyone was feeling so heavy and, just this negative, heavy feeling. And I think it's because as a collective, we all were sympathizing, thinking of, you know what I mean? And maybe we're not even keeping up with what's happening, but we already feel the feeling of it. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense, which is why we already harnessed all that dark shit, sent it off to Dad. And now the reason why we feel at ease is because we know Daddy got it.
Yeah.
That's literally why. And you're going to see evidence of Daddy having it despite what you're seeing online.
Right.
And my part is done as far as comforting you guys and letting you guys know that this is what's happening. This is necessary. We have to expose them. The world sees them for what they are, monsters, right? Actually, they don't see them for what they are. They see them for being evil, humans. They don't see them for being what they are naturally, which are Draco and reptilian beings that eat your children, that will do anything to colonize your planets. And we're in their draconian system, or we were in their draconian system. Now we're moving into daddy's system, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. I have seen an increased number of videos and articles about the Draco and reptilians. You've posted a lot, but in general. And then I think you posted a couple about the Vril, like how they've actually taken them out of people and they have like the lifeless body, which is shocking and interesting because I didn't think they could be taken out of a person once they were in. I thought they intertwined.
Well, you do know that dad has been wanting this because we reinforced it, right?
Right.
And the part about being energetic beings, it's also being revealed too, because these entities are energetic, we're energetic, and all they're doing is moving into our bodies. So once you do the proper procedures, you can extract them,
Right.
and show them for what they really are, the little Vrels.
Yeah.
which are a literal reptilian drone. Okay, so you're seeing evidence of it all.
Yeah.
And this is what is going to continue to happen until everybody realizes that these dark entities are real. And the higher up in vibration that you are, they cannot bother you.
Perfectly.
And it's my job to do all this shit, to get rid of them. And there's nothing they can do about me. They would have did it already.
Now the last video we saw, there was somebody bent over a sink and it looked like they were like messing with the back of the person's neck and they pulled the Vril out that way. I didn't realize that was a possibility. And again, I'm not an expert. I just am just what I've heard. But it was very interesting to see that. And
There's and there's more videos of similar stuff where the guys and girls, there's a performer, this guy that performs these type of extractions. And what he does is he puts the people on a chair and he goes from behind them, and then he puts their heads down like this, and then he takes an egg, puts the egg into their mouth, and then boom, starts working on them. And then what happens is the egg draws out the rail, and then he pulls it out and throws it into the can right in front of them. And then you see the little fucking creature. And these are energetic creatures too. So it's like Bigfoot. He comes in and out dimensions. These things come in and out dimensions too, but they also have a physical body.
right, okay.
Just like me, just like most of the people, the Jedis. We have this physical body, but I can go shoom, 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 in spirit, in dimensions, faster than you can say Ambassador.
Right.
Even faster than that.
Yeah.
So all of this is just leading up to the truth about what we really are, as far as energetic beings in this physical meat suit.
Right.
So that's literally what it is. You know how I say when we do the Jedi method, when we replace a heart. You know how I say I just go in, grab the heart, go like that, send it off to daddy, grab a new heart from daddy, and replace it. Boom! That's literally what it is. When I go into spirit, I pull out that heart. The heart becomes spirit or dimensional. Send it off to daddy, grab a new one, put it back in, and by the time I release my hand, it becomes boom, matter. That's why I'm, you know.
I was just thinking about those videos you used to do with the stretchy guy and then the little G.I. Joe guy or whatever.
Oh man.
They're probably all
those
taken
were,
down.
yeah, those were so fun.
But helpful, like we
Helpful,
understand it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I believe it was 2 nights ago, maybe 3, you said consciousness level has increased by 2 levels. Boom.
And you see there's more information being told to you right now.
Right.
Not only that, there's other things happening. So if you want some updates, look around.
A couple of videos you implied that we needed to do 2 things to get, things kind of moving. And one was I believe one was financially related. We're not there yet. They haven't announced anything, or they haven't done the first piece yet, but that's still true. 2 things have to happen.
Well, yeah, the one of them is fully using the USN publicly, and then them announcing it.
Right.
So you see what I'm doing. All of my assets is backing the United States Treasury note, and also D Blue, which is my currency. So if you don't want to fucking announce it, I will. Because that's what it is. All of the historical assets is what they're trading for to empower the United States Treasury notes backed by physical gold, physical assets. Hello? So I've been telling y'all this. I've been telling y'all I got the assets. I've been telling everybody this shit. Now it's time to show y'all. So all of the different assets that we have, and we got caves of it, is backing the United States Treasury note, which is also backing the currency. The basic income and guaranteed income. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
There goes the audio again. Stop him. We gotta stop him. Delete this shit. Delete him. He's gonna kill everybody. He's gonna kill us all.
They just want the control. That's the thing. They want to control. They don't want you to control.
No, they don't. Well, yeah, they don't want daddy. They don't want to do daddy's work. That's what it is.
Right.
And I control everything daddy wants me to control, which is everything. And all I literally have to do is what daddy wants me to do, and I control by default. Boom. We're done.
Okay. Question about what enlightenment means to you. So everyone has their own definition. It's attaining knowledge. It's this, it's that. But can you kind of give us a brief summary of what you would call enlightenment?
Enlightenment to me means it's a state of being, if you would. And it's a state of being connected to daddy, and realizing how real he is. And when you realize how real daddy is, that's all the enlightenment I actually need. I hope I'm explaining that in a way people understand, because that's literally it. I remember being asked a question if I had to eat a certain way to be able to do what I can do as far as my abilities. And my answer was no, because there's a lot of people believing that, which is fine, which is cool though, which is also true in some cases. But just by me realizing how real daddy is, and how as long as you establish that connection with your creator and you follow his directions, and you start to see the things that he tell you to the fruits of your labor, if you would, that is all the enlightenment that I need. I hope people can understand what that means. Just realizing daddy's real and he's got our back. That's literally what enlightenment is to me.
It seems like it could be allowing the higher energies, the higher consciousness like believe, it's belief, right? And you believe something, like, okay, there's a greater purpose to our lives. Okay, let's start at the bottom levels. I think there's a greater purpose to our lives. And then that's like a baby step on the ladder. And then you get there and then you start to observe more. And then you
And
go
then,
up another little step on the
and then
ladder.
and then you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the most important part about it. Believing is cool until you actually know.
Yeah.
And I always say that belief systems change every day. I mean, we've seen it. Look at how many Bibles there are. Look at how many biblical books there are, period.
Right.
And those are belief systems. They change every day.
Right. Right.
Now, when daddy starts talking to you and you start communicating with him, you don't initially know it is what it is until you know it is what it is. So you want to believe that it's real until you know the shit is real.
Yeah.
So that's literally what enlightenment is for me, is just knowing that dad got her back, got my back, got our back. He's got our back, and as long as we do as long as we do what he wants us to do, we'll have enlightenment for the rest of our lives.
So maybe we could boil it down to the word faith, enlightenment is kind of having faith in
That is
expansion,
that's a good word to use, because that's literally that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Smarty faith. Man, listen, I've done things that I didn't understand, and he told me to do it, and I had faith that he would do it no matter. I had faith that it would happen no matter how difficult it was, and because of that, I'm super enlightened because of the faith that I had that it would get done,
Right.
despite how difficult it was. So
Okay.
that's a good word.
Okay. Okay. What can someone in our group do to help spread the truth to others? Like, let's say we believe everything you've said and shown us. How can we spread that out to others so that they are open to it, I guess is a good way to say it.
First, you have to realize not everybody's ready or open to this type of information.
Right.
Then you have to realize you have to boldly do it anyway. Remember how Daddy was saying it's time for everybody to be bold?
Right.
I'm leading by example.
Right.
I'm the boldest, the craziest, the weirdest, according to my kids anyway, the weirdest. The wildest,
Yeah.
the funniest, whatever. But I'm doing things in a way where I'm boldly calling these people out, boldly telling them that I want them dead, right? And healing everybody and doing all this other fun stuff and showing people that this is all real and I'm involved in it. Right. And they didn't believe me. A lot of people didn't believe me. Now they have no choice because it's in your fucking face. Do I have to post the documents with my name on it too? Because I ain't got a problem with doing that shit either.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm going to do that too.
Right. So an example is you just showed, basically the world your box of goodies, right? Your
boxes.
Ooh, boxes.
And I'm not done because I got like 1 million of them, right?
Okay.
I mean, Dad, at the end of the day, Dad put me in the position where I'm at.
Right.
He convinced me that I am who he says I am. The way and the reason why I'm boldly doing this is because he's already proven to me, not that he had to, but he's already proven and showed me that I am who he says I am. Because I'm 100% thorough. I'm real. I was I was raised in the ghetto where you have to be real in order, or else you'll be in deep shit or something bad will happen. So I don't make claims that aren't true. That's not in my nature. That's not me. There's family members and friends that will testify to this, that I've always kept it real. And if it's not true, I wouldn't even say it. I wouldn't waste my time with it. And then I learned as doing this work for Daddy that by not being truthful and authentic, I would lose my abilities and my energy.
Right.
Right. And I would become weakened. So that's why I operate the way that I do. And now it's time to show everybody.
Okay.
There's
So
there's no way around me. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so for the average person, then it's just go like, if somebody says, hey, what's your necklace or whatever, that's a way to open the conversation with someone. And a lot of our family members, like, I send them links to these videos. They're probably, oh, here she is again. But
Right.
I want them to see what we're talking about. To me, this is the ultimate and interesting stuff. And I think it tiptoes them down the lane for believing what we're talking about and observing it out in the outside world,
Well, think of it this way. We got front row seats to this. So even if we are crazy, that's cool. We still got crazy front row seats.
Yeah.
Stop them. So, and the best part about this, for all you guys, when you become boldly and you share the information and it's true, because we know, we feel, and we see, Daddy begins to validate, and those people that doubted or had something negative to say are going to have that foot and mouth disease. So there's no cure for that either. So
oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. So funny.
So we just keep going. It don't matter if they don't believe us.
Yeah. And I've also been telling people, like, you plant the seeds, like, you trickle it out, and then they're going to see something, then they're going to come back. So people come back to me that I've been trying to work on for years and talk to about this stuff. Then they come back with questions, and then I'm like, yes, it worked, but it takes a while sometimes.
It's okay because we live forever.
Yeah. All right.
Plus, one of the hardest things that I had to do, and I knew it was going to be hard because of the programming, was to tell people who I really am and who Dad says I am. Like, people can't even get past Earth, let alone the King of the universe. Right? So I had to boldly tell people who I was years ago on the Real True Call, sweating like a pig, right? Like, oh shit, I gotta do this shit. And he made me do it because that urge where you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gonna do it? Yeah, Daddy, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm past that part.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I claim it already, right? And it's true. So I don't care no more. That's the great part about it all. Once I did that, I can do anything.
Right.
I am him. I am it. I am Daddy's in the flesh. I am this. I am that. That's another reason why I can say, I am this, I am that. It's cool. Let's focus on this. Because when I focus on shit like this and getting the wealth transfer done for the people, they're not really going to care about that until, years come down the line, 200 years later, and they say, Smarty, you was right. I'm sorry. It's cool. Let's go let's go eat.
I hope it doesn't take 200 years.
No, this is how long they live with the stupidity. They're all healed up 200 years later, and they're like, man, you was right. I'm sorry.
You would think they'd go say through the chamber and then be like, oh, this was real. This is,
Well, we do know that not everybody's going to accept the chambers right away. So
Right.
that's the problem there.
Yeah.
People will prefer people are going to prefer the medical beds that's plugged into a wall than a crystalline chamber by this colored guy over here. Sadly, that's the truth because Dad already told me that that is the case, right? However, we can change that right now that I just exposed that to everybody. Some of the things that I'm exposing is because we're going to change things. Just like the whole income tax shit, evasion shit. It's not, there's no law, so how am I evading it? How is everybody else evading it? Not to mention, since we reinforce exposing it, now everybody's talking about it.
Right.
So
Right.
we're going to get to the point where we're going to boycott that shit, and it's going to be more than 10% of the people, like Benjamin Fulford said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's reinforce everybody realizing that it's been a fraud and that it's voluntary and that they threaten you to do what they want you to do because it's a draconian system. Done.
Done. Done.
And that's that.
You know, when I first started working, I had, corporate jobs, and they literally made us, like, we'd go to these presentations for, like, I forgot what it was, the charity, like, UNICEF or whatever it's called. I don't know. UN funded.
Yep.
We were made to donate out of our paychecks every month to donate to these charities. You had to do it because they wanted 100% participation to make their company look good. Well, that's just one more way that they're grabbing money out of our paychecks, right? So
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. And the people don't even know this simple fact that when you go get a job, you can literally tell your employer not to deduct income tax from your check, that you're going to do it yourself.
Right.
They don't even know that shit.
They don't like that either. They don't like it.
Of course they don't.
Yeah. And whenever you take money out of, like, say, your 401k or your retirement accounts or whatever, you can also opt out of paying the taxes that way. Now, they want to control it because it gives them use of your money until you have to pay it. But just tell them, no, you don't want any taxes taken away.
That's it. That's literally all it is.
Yeah.
And if they send stuff to your house, write on the envelope, no contract, return to sender. Boom.
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 Yeah.
It's all cabal shit from England. People don't realize that, the war was fought over this stuff to not be a part of it. And then they came in through the back door and changed the Constitution and did all this other shit. And they couldn't put certain things into the law, so they made you believe that it's so.
Yeah.
I was just telling somebody the other day that the only real money we have is the pennies, nickels, and dimes because they were minted by the Treasury. And they're not even real because they're no longer silver.
Right.
Everything else is Federal Reserve. That's another reason why we're not backing the Federal Reserve and we're backing the USN. I like this interview. I like this video.
This is fun.
This is real fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's yeah. Wow. I can't see what it is. Wait a minute. Ah,
That's all right. You can go back to look at it later.
and that is from the US debt clock website, right?
No, this is our assets.
Wait.
That was one of our boxes. I'm about to post that too.
That's one of your boxes?
Yeah, we got hundreds of them. We got hundreds of them.
Oh,
I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it in a little bit anyway. But we got all types of stuff.
Woo.
And the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Okay. Well, we need faith, we need trust, and we need excitement. People talking about the good stuff that's happening on Earth. I mean, there's so much good happening. So much is coming out in the open now. And, of course, we're talking about a lot of heavy stuff sometime, but there's so many good things happening too.
Yes, that is true. That is true. Everything that we want, we're going to get and more. And the more you have Smarty faith and be bold about the things that you know now, because I taught you, the more and more Dad will validate you or validate us, because it is us. It's all of us. And everybody knows I don't take credit for what Dad does. I take credit for what he allows me to take credit for, but I know my father is real. You call him God, you call him Allah, you call him whatever you want to call him. My daddy's real.
Oh, awesome.
The daddy factor.
Daddy factor.
He told me today that I got to make abundance hats. So we're gonna make those too.
Yeah.
We were sitting in the restaurant. We had this on, and the guys had it on too. The gentleman sitting next to me says, "What is abundance?" I said, "It's abundance is when you help people and it comes back and then it continues." He's like, "Oh, I thought it was some type of some type of a group thing or like a company." I said, "Yeah, it's the company of heaven." How you messing with everybody?
Yeah.
I tell the truth.
Are you like this on other planets? Like, meaning, are you having fun and real, like, off, so you're not all like prim and proper and serious over there either?
No, yeah, everybody loves me. Everybody loves me.
Awesome.
I mean, if you don't love me, there's something wrong with you. Even gangsters in certain hoods love me too. Mm-hmm. So, even the hardest of the hardest, they love me too. Because they know I keep it real. And I'll square up with them if I have to. But there's no need for that because we don't disrespect each other. And there's a line. Mm-hmm. Don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I show respect, and I was even the one that was bringing gangs together in my city and having people stop fighting each other too. Because I was the craziest one too. We don't want no problems, bro. Okay. But I'm after that, it's like, cool, man. We're having a blast. Daddy always took care of me financially, so I always had money, right? And I would invite all of the different people to special events that we would have, private VIP sessions, and doing stuff like that. So I'm known everywhere I go, and they know me for being cool and looking out for people, right? So all I'm doing is taking all the stuff that I was in the ghetto and bringing it to the rest of the world, and that's why I look like this, right? That's why I have that's why, not to mention I'm the galactic gangster, right? The top of the top. And Daddy's the ultimate galactic gangster. He's the one that invented gangsters. I mean, come on, man.
Invented gangster.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, people love me, and I'm like this everywhere.
Well, once we all start like working together in peace, let's say, will we have disagreements?
Absolutely. That's what allows changes.
Right. But we just won't have wars and fights over it. Like, we might discuss, but I hope that's where it ends.
Yeah, Dad is not allowing wars anymore. I mean, even some of the stuff that they're posting is fake news. And the ones that are hitting locations like from the US side, they're dark US, British, the majority of the white hats, if you call them, or the alliance, if you call them, they know what's up. They know that there's another force watching everything they say and do, and that I'm literally ready to uncloak everywhere. And they know that this is what I want, and they know that if that happens, not if, when that happens, some of the ones that could have had a certain position in all of it is now how you say demoted.
Right. That's a good way to say it.
That is what happens. They get demoted, and they have to sit on the bench now.
They had their chances, they blew it, and now they have to watch.
That's right. And there's nothing they can do about it because of who is involved. That's Dad, that's me, that's B, and that's the Angelics, the Galactics, and the rest of the crew.
Yeah. How are the angelic teams doing now?
They are doing fantastic. They are loving every minute of it. We keep reinforcing their abilities, increasing their abilities, and re-energizing them. Not just the Angelics, but the Galactics and the crew.
Excellent.
When you go into battle, you have to fight. Then you deplete. It's just like a boxing match.
Right.
They get tired after a while.
Mm.
So we take them out, and we replace them and increase their energies to go back hard.
Okay.
And that's another reason why the dark ones lose, because we're just bombarding them with armadas. Boo, 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 boo. Everybody's gonna see this stuff. It's not like Smarty's just talking out of his ass. You are literally going to see the stuff that I see already. All of the stuff the children see, you know how to say, oh, I see angels, or I see this, or there's a monster in the closet. All of that stuff is real. Problem is that it's not really a monster. It's an entity scaring the shit out of the children, or doing malevolent stuff in all of these government buildings. And they're getting wiped out because they're nothing but an entity that's also matter, that's also energy, that also can be evaporated.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Bottom line.
That's where we're at.
Yeah. All right.
Everything is energy.
Great shape, it seems like. I'm very, very excited.
We are fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I have another page of questions in addition to what's on the phone. Do you want to keep going, or is this a good breaking spot?
Yeah, this is a good breaking spot. We can what's today? Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
We could do we'll try to shoot for more tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Unless Daddy changes it, but I'll text you later on.
All right. Well, whenever you're ready, just holler, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We gotta stop this guy.
I gotta say, it's been super, super, super fun. So exciting.
All right, here we go. Let's do a screenshot real quick.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, that's fabulous. Okay.
Everybody that's in the wealth transfer, the GCR, the RV, they know what the fuck this is, and they know what value it is. Okay, everybody.
That's so exciting. All right. So we'll be talking very soon. Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Everybody enjoy your weekend. Dad is with us, and he is dropping it like it's hot. Continue the faith, continue to work, and we'll be celebrating shortly. Smarty out.
Thank you all so much.
Love
Bye-bye.
you guys.